Live.
Y'all caught me.
Live and in charge. Man. I didn't think that was the
Don't
song.
believe nothing I just said.
Caught him.
Don't believe
4K.
nothing I just said.
In 4K.
I don't know who that means. All right. Welcome. You are now tuned in, baby, to the Cypher, the Hyper.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The Humbler podcast, baby.
Yes,
And I'm
sir.
your host. And when I came down, it looked like I'm all right.
It looked like I'm all right.
I'm your host, J.
It look like I'm all right, nigga.
I'm your host, J. Man, and I'm here with my family, my co-host,
Yes.
What's good? What it do?
El Producto,
What it do? What it do?
Coach A. Jizzle.
Hey.
Ah.
Say it one more time.
Hey, man, and we just here to have a good time and talk some crap and, you know what I'm saying, put a little light, a little bit of love into your life.
You feel me? Cause everybody need it. Everybody need it in their
Everybody
life.
does need it, man.
Yeah. What are the kids saying? Let's go, gang.
Come on, gang.
Let's get it in, guys.
Yeah, man. So, I guess I'll start it off.
What we got, man?
What you got for us?
What we got? Damn, I
Well,
watched that.
Let's just say this, man. Trump turns himself in.
On what charges?
Trump turns himself in. And Kodak Black is word out. His Kodak Black is petitioning for his freedom papers. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to, return the
serious?
favor.
Right, for sure.
That's real deal?
I mean, no.
Okay.
But it would be nice. It would be a nice, you know what I'm saying, gesture.
Hey,
you know,
that's why I had to ask, because that would have been real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been him
Yeah.
keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
Him and what is it, Lil Pump?
I think Lil Wayne benefit out of
Lil
that
Wayne
too.
too. Man, look, Wayne and my guy Kodak, y'all know what it is.
Yep.
Man.
He probably told him when he let him out, like, listen, I got y'all,
I'ma need y'all.
but check
For
this
sure.
out.
For
So,
sure.
so if y'all hear, remember they had to fuck Donald Trump when he was elected.
They did.
If y'all hear free Donald Trump, I just know a couple niggas it might come from. That's just all I'm saying.
Niggas
I'm
got
saying
his
they
own
got
team.
to.
Yeah.
Okay, but he turned himself in just on the.
I mean, I think the nigga had like, 30 counts of everything.
It's like 33.
The tax stuff.
Yeah, nigga like
Oh,
Basket
okay.
Robbins with the counts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All
They got 32
flavors.
flavors of counts, man.
Man, real
You
talk.
know what I mean?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, turning himself in is big, but we all know nigga probably gonna get house arrest. He don't serve no time in no bars.
You don't think he don't serve no
He
time?
don't serve no time.
They
in
gonna
no
do him
bars.
like Martha.
They gonna do him like they did the owner of the goddamn Patriots.
What they do to him?
That nigga was on house arrest for sexual inappropriate conduct.
They might lock him
Paying
down
off
at Mar-a-Lago.
prostitutes.
I think they'll lock him down.
They gonna lock
They
him
not
down.
gonna lock
Not
him
that
down,
long. Not
man.
that long though.
They not gonna put that man behind bars.
30 something.
Nigga probably got
If
his.
they do, a month tops.
I tell you what, if they don't. Ooh! That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The nigga probably got his own prison on Mar-a-Lago. You know.
yeah,
at
I'm
Mar-a-Lago,
pretty
you
sure.
know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's gonna be easy
At
for him.
Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, he'll be
What the heck is
chilling.
that?
That's his fortress.
Oh, he got a fortress
like
of
an
solitude.
island or
Not to
some
say it won't be hard for
He
him.
got a fortress of solitude.
No. it's,
That was a good question.
it's a potentiality there. I ain't seen the whole joint. You know what I'm saying? I just seen what they showed the nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I say
They
nigga
gonna
could
put
have
this
a
nigga in an
prison.
underground bunker where he still got everything he needs
Underground bunker.
for 30
Nah,
days.
that'd be crazy though. What for real? Like locking up a president? When the last time we seen that? Have we ever? And
There's been
what's the
rumors
protocol
in
for it?
history where, because Andrew Jackson is supposed to be like not the greatest of presidents.
Not the greatest.
But did he get arrested?
I don't
think so.
I don't think so, but I know they was against him for a minute.
What if they put that nigga in jail and then the nigga hands a get out of jail free card to the jailer and nigga gets
Just
out
on some not like I'm playing you niggas. Like,
Yeah,
don't
like-
even do this to
like,
yourself.
yeah, nigga, I can really do this. You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga was the president. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? He was like, I don't know, man. That's crazy, bro.
It is.
Put that
I mean,
nigga
but
in a
we don't.
straitjacket.
My thing is, bro, we're not hearing nothing extra on that. Like, oh, Trump
Hell
turned
yeah.
himself in.
So why?
Hell
So
yeah,
what
we
do you think
are.
that's about?
Hell yeah, we hearing extra.
I feel
What
like
you
it's
think? What
a
you think it's about,
distraction.
Jay? What you think it's about?
It's a distraction, bro. Something else.
From what?
From what are we in? The second part of the second quarter?
Yeah, we in the second quarter. That's the thing.
What I don't know totally what happens in the second quarter, but since we in a
Oh.
double recession
Okay.
from the I be listening. See y'all.
that nigga, hey.
We
Okay.
in a double recession. What is this entailing on the taxes that we getting right now?
I mean, when you put it like that.
Hey, he asked a question to make you think about it.
Nah, I don't.
That's the crazy thing about it is like we really don't know, but we know it is a distraction.
Exactly
yeah.
right.
I
Right.
mean, it's.
Some stuff we can see obvious, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because think about everything going on. We in a potential war coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to transfer over. And another thing, they not wanting like. I heard there's a plan that's supposed to be going through, and if that goes through, that means they don't want to use our dollar anymore to.
Right.
So, dang. Like, and they're trying to also get us over to digital money.
All right.
You feel
Four
what I'm
topics in
saying?
one.
I don't think so. I mean,
No, no,
I
no,
mean,
yeah,
I think
no.
all of that's like part of a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, that's why I'm mentioning
like
all of it.
I think Donald Trump. First of all, I think some of this shit, like from what I heard, I think one of the counts is like paying hush money to what's her name?
Russians.
And why
Or
did
Hillary.
you go? Ah, what was that?
What did
You said,
I?
ah.
Oh no, cause the reason I did that is cause that's a topic that we was going crazy on last week.
We did.
Like we
We
went
did.
crazy on that. That's
We
why I was
did.
like, hold on, let's not go
On
deep
Trump?
into that again.
No.
Not on Trump. It was the taxes
It was
and
the
the
taxes
digital
and
dollar
stuff.
and them trying to, you know what
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying?
yeah. It's
That's
just,
why I was like,
it's
let's
just-
not get too deep into that. Like,
Okay,
let's,
okay,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like, I wasn't trying to be on no crazy shit.
But yeah, that stuff, man. It's all politics at the end of the day.
Man, it's all a script, bro.
No,
come
what I
up-
was saying, the case is like one of the things is supposed to be the hush money to the not Russia but to what's her name, the porn star.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They trying to get him on some sexual
It was
stuff
a lady
too.
named Stormy Daniels or something like that back in the day.
Well,
She-
Trump.
Oh, back
Trump,
in the days, all
Trump is talking about running again, right?
yeah.
That's one thing. Okay, so this is the thing. The Stormy Daniels case, they were saying supposedly, this is what I've heard, that money that he paid, he used that as like a tax write off or something. You know what I'm
Sounds about
saying?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Sounds about right.
And apparently he wasn't supposed to do that or wasn't supposed to be able to do that or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Then there must be something in there about these documents that they found at his Mar-a-Lago estate. You know what I'm saying? Because he had supposedly took in classified documents
out of the
from-
White House.
Yeah, from the White House and had them at the over there.
At the
you know
crib.
What I'm saying? Exactly. That's why they raided the Mar-a-Lago spot like months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that has led up to this case. Crazy thought. He might be guilty. Maybe that's one reason why the nigga actually, you know what I'm saying, turned himself in. But
Right.
also the second thing is they don't want to have him run again. So at the very least, if they can stop him from being eligible to run, that's one victory for what they would call America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see what you're saying for sure. You know, I just wanted to
Yeah.
say a little bit about that court case from what a little bit I do know about the shit, if I
Well,
know
this-
anything at all.
You think he gonna serve? They gonna serve him some McDonald's?
Do I think I serve him some McDonald's?
I think he had.
He go to jail. Only thing I got cheeseburgers.
Hell yeah, that nigga get McDonald's.
And he got a fountain. Like he can go up and go.
Hell yeah, that nigga.
I got the fries
and
and
he
cross
gonna
your
have
eyes.
that machine that don't just have Coke, this, that.
He gonna get
you can press the buttons on that
kiosk
bitch.
And mix it. Talk about suicide. I think I
fries that'll cross your eyes.
They can't
I
touch
got
his
burgers. I just got
money. They
burgers.
can't touch his money. Nigga gonna be good when he get out. He got.
They didn't touch his money?
Hey, the nigga got money on his books.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Nigga got money on his books.
I got shakes that'll make you quit. I got burgers. I just got burgers.
I got fries that'll cross your wire. See what I'm saying?
I got fries.
Man, you hit that segue too smooth. AJ getting good, ain't he?
Hey, man.
McDonald's and the layoffs, man. So what I seen, it was like, remember we was talking about companies having to do layoffs and fix their balance sheets. McDonald's is fixing their balance sheets.
Yeah,
But I thought y'all
buddy.
niggas love niggas flipping patties.
They just announced they gotta cut like, I don't want to say the wrong number, man, but it's something thousand jobs.
What?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to the 1 billion?
Well, we gotta make
I
money,
remember when they
man.
used to say 1 million.
Nigga, recession, boy.
Labor costs, man.
Yeah, man.
Dang,
Straight
man.
up, bro.
Labor costs.
Bro, it's you know it's gonna be hard to find a job if McDonald's won't hire your ass.
Bro, that's crazy though. If
Nah, real
McDonald's
talk.
let niggas go, man.
No, but Mickey D's in the game crazier because what you even got to go through employment to even get the job is crazy to me.
What? Stop it.
Well, because they require that you have certain things now. Like, they didn't used to worry about that type of stuff.
It used to be your homie tell the manager.
Yeah.
The manager call you in a week and you own.
You in there like swimwear.
Bro. All
Bro,
the companies,
McDonald's
Ain't that
has the
like
layoffs, bro.
all the companies.
Y'all niggas been learn how
All the
to...
companies.
They gotta
Hey.
tighten up.
Hey,
Yup.
listen.
Bro.
We need to learn how to farm. I'm tired of this shit. We need to learn how to farm, bro.
You're not wrong, bro.
Nigga, McDonald's laying niggas off. It's time to eat off the land. Fuck it.
It's time to eat off.
Fuck it.
I
It's
agree.
time to eat off the land.
Now it's
agree.
time to eat off the land.
Yup.
You just wake up in the morning.
Eat off the land.
Hey, look,
Niggas
you just wake up in the
McDonald's.
morning.
It's too late. You
Bro,
start when
McDonald's
McDonald's
was like
start hiring.
bankruptcy, nigga. When you was trying to get a job, bro, you was like, bro, fuck it. I'ma go to Mickey D's. I know them niggas hiring. Bro, them niggas not hiring, bro. I'm finna grow my own shit. Fuck this.
You better learn how to grow everything.
Everything.
But I bet you when we start doing that,
The day you say
they gonna start passing laws where we can't
Oh,
do
yeah,
that no
yeah,
more.
yeah. They already doing it now.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You wait till the day McDonald's stops hiring to start fucking living off the land. You're late. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap.
You're late.
You missed the ship.
Talking about drug them.
It's over. You know what I'm
Drug 'em.
saying? Like, nigga, they got us. Nigga. They got us, bro.
Put your hands up.
We stuck. Man, nah, but look, bro. These
Put that plow to the side right now. Put it down. Don't
It's
touch
just my
that dirt.
dirty hoe.
That was a good one. It's just, oh my gosh. That was explicit. Now you gotta click on not for kids.
I do it every time. They just cannot see this. But, bruh, these companies are, I'm seeing it everywhere, bro. Even at my job.
Kroger.
I just told AJ, I've seen like 2-3 different managements slide through and slide out.
In the last 3
In
months,
the last
nigga.
6 months, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I talked to a cat like 2 nights ago, the new guy there. You know what I'm saying? He the new guy, but he over me. You know what I'm saying? And he asking me about the joint. He's saying like, bro, how long you been here? What was it like? Da 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 da. And I tell him how it was and how it's been, and he like, oh, so you kind of been here to see the wells start to dry up. And I'm like, yep. He don't even know. I already know, nigga. This ain't the gym. Nigga, this is everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is the economy at the moment, bro. He went on to say, like, nigga, we signing niggas up, and then we go to call them to follow up. Niggas not answering the phone. Niggas not this and that, blah, 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 blah. And then when we finally get a hold of them, they like, man, that's just a lot of money. It's just like, yep. That's that shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, I see it coming, bro. Like, I've been seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what can niggas really do? But then me and AJ was talking about the like you said, the digital currency, it just keeps coming back around as a topic,
they
bro.
going.
I'm telling you, bro.
Oh, it's another
Get
topic
ready.
we gotta get
Yeah.
to.
I wonder how many. Bro. Y'all think they only gonna keep the 3 main banks?
They gonna narrow it down.
It's gonna narrow down for sure. They're gonna narrow down the banks.
I know
They
one of
just
my
like they
banks
trying to
is gonna
narrow
be
down
canceled.
the businesses too.
I got 2 banks, bro, and
but
I know one of them
they gonna
bitches
do
get
niggas like the
canceled straight
labels,
out.
bro. Whatever bank you was with,
They under umbrella.
they gonna absorb that bitch,
Yup.
and your
Gonna
shit
burn
just
up.
gonna become whatever the
and
name
they
of
gonna be like,
that
here
shit
goes
is.
your new card.
Yeah, bro, on me. That's how it's gonna.
Damn.
But
That's crazy.
I say it because we see how the job market just tightened up on niggas real
Talk
quick.
about like a wrench on
They
the
started
fucking
kicking
sink.
niggas out. It's the same thing about to happen with small businesses.
Yep.
Same thing about to, you know what I'm saying, just continue to trickle down. Even big businesses, that's why they gotta shrink. Like they
Right.
do, like everybody has to shrink. And in an environment where eventually, in the very near future, automation, artificial intelligence, and robots are about to take what jobs are left.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch our robot
What-
people.
Well, how do niggas, you know what I'm saying? How do niggas take care of themselves? Where did this money come from? That's where
Exactly.
this digital currency shit is
Because
also
it's
coming
like,
from.
because with them including that in inflation and everything, they try to get us back to work, but you got a new generation that learn new ways to make money. So it's
Right.
like they got to replace that in
With
some type of
something
way
else.
to your point. But go ahead.
Bro, and here's the extra icing on the cake. It's going down on this pod. We saw Cash
I'm
App
about to say cash.
founder
Dead.
was stabbed to death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In San
Mhm.
Francisco. Maybe a week or days before.
And there was other ones that had passed away on the list as well.
Yeah.
And the Fed just released this week a statement about FedPay, a direct competitor to something of Cash App. You know what I'm saying?
Fed pay.
And it's in a move to destroy cash
Oh.
Yeah.
so that we move to digital. And I was like, well,
Bro.
not much to say there.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously obvious.
Man.
Flexing power in your face.
Man,
Do
exactly.
something about it. We've consolidated. There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do about it. Because anytime they can just do that in front of the public eye,
Do these motherfuckers
That's
right here.
wild. That's
Hey.
That's some type of control right
bro,
there.
that is
that's a weak nation, bro.
bro, that's
sure.
dog, that's Russia poisoning reporters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yep, I agree.
they been doing that and we look at them niggas every time and talk shit.
Yeah.
But ain't nothing being done about it.
It's just really crazy out here. But
Always
that's
talking shit about
life.
Russia.
That's
Ain't no
life.
justice, man.
No justice, no peace, man. You know what they want? They want us to shut up and dribble.
Shut up
But we
and
ain't gonna do
dribble.
it. Because
Shut up and
LeBron
dribble.
James is taking us to the playoffs, baby.
Save us, LeBron.
Hey, and I'll be the first to say, man, I was not a believer this season in my Lakers.
We're going to get to that.
No, we here.
We here.
I was not a believer this season, man. All season.
You were not, but guess what?
It was horrible all season.
But that's why it started working.
Horrible.
Anxiety.
And I don't care what nobody say, bro. I get the right to be down on my Lakers for once. I was there in the 2013 days when Robert Sacre was a goddamn starter. Y'all don't know who that is. Look him up. He played for us.
This nigga got a little pocketbook that y'all don't know about where he got a whole list of niggas that came through for a year or two on the Lakers in the bad years.
Tragic.
Every time they would, take a bad shot or, not pass it to Kobe, nigga write them down on the list. And now he just spit them out every once in a while. Y'all wasn't there when motherfucking Coco Jokovic was in that bitch.
Coco. Sasha.
But how do y'all feel about the playoffs, man? Playoffs is looking nice. I haven't really looked at the East at all. I
I
can care
looked at
less.
the East. The East nice.
It is, but I can care
don't
less.
remember who's facing
West is
who.
just too heavy.
You know what it is?
But
It's not a lot of teams that look like it's going to be a battle as much as it do in the West.
That's what it is, bro. But
It
who
is,
knows?
Because you think about it. We got who number one?
All right, so we talking about the East or the West?
West right now.
West, you know it's
Denver, and then they'll end up playing who?
The
don't know yet.
AFC right now,
Yeah.
but we don't know yet. We really
It's
just
the
we was,
play-in.
if we were saying right now,
if we were
Whoever
saying
plays,
right now,
whoever
they
wins
playing,
in the play-in,
they
between
playing
those two.
Pelicans.
between Pelicans and Thunder.
Lakers.
No, Thunder. All right, so these are the play-in teams. So you got the Lakers
It's the 7 and 8 seed and the 9th
and
playing
the
the
9th
10th.
and 10th seed. So you got Lakers, Pelicans. This is the West.
Right.
Lakers, Pelicans, OKC, and
Well, it was Mavs, but they dropped.
my Mavs
They
is out.
gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
they gone.
Who is that fourth team, man?
Was it Timberwolves?
Timberwolves.
No,
6
you
seed.
mentioned Timberwolves. They 7th.
No, we
No,
said,
they 8th. I'm sorry.
No, Timberwolves is 6 seed.
So who was it again?
So
Lakers.
It's Lakers, Pelicans,
Pelicans. That's right.
OKC. OKC is the 10th seed. I don't know who's the 9th seed. I don't know. We can look it up. Could you look it up? I don't know who the 9th seed is.
Ah, damn.
But I know in the East, it's the Bulls, the Heat. Who that other team
What you mean that's in the top six?
in the playoffs? I mean, the
Oh.
play-in. I'm only naming the play-in.
Niggas looking to play in.
But it's, bro, I'm not really looking at the East at all because I
The
feel like
Warriors is in there. The Clippers is in there.
Clippers is
You
4
got the
seed.
Nuggets.
Nuggets is 1.
Um,
You got it's Nuggets, Memphis, Sacramento,
Memphis,
Clippers, Warriors.
Sacramento.
Warriors, and then
Okay.
Timberwolves.
It's the Timberwolves. Timberwolves is in the play-in.
Timberwolves in the play. Who the 6th seed?
Yeah, nigga, it's Phoenix.
So that's what I thought. Minnesota,
Phoenix is the
OKC.
sixth seed, okay.
That's
Golden
what I
State is
thought.
the 6th seed.
Golden State is the 6th seed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So think
So
about
we are
it.
the 7th. Okay,
and,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
Clippers is 4 and 5. They face each other, and then the Warriors and Sac face each
Yeah,
other.
because whoever went between Lakers and New Orleans automatically played Memphis. So that's already like
We might lose first round if we play Memphis.
No.
I don't think so. I think they
Nah.
got a chance to beat
Nah,
Memphis.
I think if
Man,
anybody they got
I
a chance
hope we
against,
do,
bro,
but
I
it's-
told you last night, bro.
Yeah,
Oh.
you did.
If anybody got a chance to beat, like, I think if they had anybody they would want to face in the first round,
It'll be Memphis.
it would be Memphis. You know
I
what
would
I'm
say
saying?
Denver.
No,
No.
I say they would want to face Denver in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Why wait that long?
Just because you already know you can face them.
Because you're going to try to use them to take out some other teams.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know you match up well with them, but
Because-
they beat the guys that you don't match up well with.
But are we really taking into account how fast Memphis tempo is, bro? We're not a fast. Lakers aren't a fast.
Man, I'm taking
But,
into
but, that's
account
the,
their
but
youth.
that's the thing.
How often does that counter in this generation?
LeBron
though?
go-
It
LeBron
did
gonna
last
slow
year
the
when
game down.
Celtics lost to the Warriors. They was
mean,
young. They had that.
I kind
But
of
it's-
blame that
it's-
on Tatum missing shots, though.
Bro, mistakes is what makes you win or lose a
I
championship.
know.
And they were burnt out.
And they was burnt out.
Yeah, because they're young and have not had that experience.
But
You
Memphis
take all-
has 2 years in a row.
Nah, that ain't shit.
No, they ain't been all the way out that
ain't
far,
shit.
though.
The first round? Out of the first
Oh,
round?
you just mean in the first round. Okay.
Oh, that's-
Okay.
but-
But still, though, I mean, you can slow the game down.
You can.
Yeah.
But if a team has a lot of more round, you've seen this, Unc. You watch way more basketball.
Exactly.
They don't got a lot of morale.
Exactly.
like, nah.
You haven't been watching Memphis then.
Bro, I have been
No, they
watching Memphis,
fast.
bro.
They fast
They
as
are
crazy.
a fast-paced team. They will get at least 8 points while you trying to still get 2.
So, who won the last time they played them?
They did.
The
They beat
Lakers
the
won.
Warriors. No. The
I'm
last
talking about
time
when
they
Lakers played Memphis.
I want to say Memphis won.
I think it was Lakers.
We played them at least like.
But the
played
point,
them
I'm
multiple
trying to make is that the game before that they did beat them, but that was with that old roster. When
Right.
they played them with the new roster, I think they won.
I think we. Was,
And what
I
they
don't know.
what AD did AD play that game?
Probably not because we lost.
I can't remember. Let me shut up.
We lost
Because, what the point I was trying to make is, when you play against fast teams, all you do is slow it down.
Yeah. But then again, it's like how many of our guys have been at this type of pace with LeBron. Not too many.
They still got the potential to beat them, though.
But see, that's potential where there's a team that's already set in stone in what they are. We're still trying to find ourselves.
Them niggas still trying to find themselves.
No, they not. Okay. All right.
You feel like you feel like they know themselves?
Dude.
That's crazy.
You do not be the second and first seed
Yes,
team
yes,
2
you
years in a row and you don't know yourself. There's no way.
You don't think so?
No.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Bro, that's like Zay saying that because the Mavericks went to the finals the last few years, adding Kyrie is gonna make them go even better. Now them niggas is out
the Mavericks went where?
Because they went to the playoffs the last few years and went far. When they added Kyrie, they was gonna go even further. That does not equate.
I didn't say in the same year. I said 2 years
It's
of
not
being
the same year. I said
2 years of being the
I'm
same
saying
team,
back-to-back years.
I'm saying 2 years of that's not the same team. You can't put that together.
Bro.
That's not the same team.
I can understand what you're saying. But at the same time, just because it's the same team does not change it.
That they don't.
Bro, how long has the Celtics know themselves at this point? But how many times did they go to the playoffs and how far did they go?
Each year they
many
went
times
further.
before they got this identity down.
Each year they went further.
Bro, they
how long
went
did it
further, but
take?
they were learning their identity while they were doing that. They
Exactly.
did not
And
have
I'm
it
saying
at the
they
time.
are going to get out of the
They
second
did not
round
have
with
it at
that
the
identity.
time. Bro, they did not have an identity at the time. They were just young and talented, and they happened to go further and further. But as they were going and further, every time they got knocked down, they found out something about themselves, which contributed to them having an identity and finding it. These niggas may still have a few more smacks in the face before they truly know who they are.
So you're saying they're not going to get out of the first round?
Bro,
I'm
not
not
saying that.
No,
I'm
the point we were
it's
trying to
still a
make
high
is that
chance.
it's a you just automatically discount the Lakers if they play Memphis, and we're
Just
telling
'cause
you
they
they
young
have
and fast and win.
have a chance of beating Memphis. They have a chance of beating.
So listen to me. They have a chance of beating Memphis, who is a more sound team because they've been together longer, and we only have two motherfuckers that been together longer.
They literally only have 9 more games won.
Now we're talking about games won.
You
I'm
talking
talking about
them
chemistry.
you talking
and we talking about games won.
You talking about chemistry and the fact that they won however many games the last 2 seasons to go to the playoffs and go far.
With
That's
the
a part of the
same
equation.
core.
That's a part of the equation, though.
With the same core, yes, okay.
So don't try to take winning out of it.
So you don't think Lakers could beat Memphis?
Because they don't have an identity with
Who do
what
you
we
think
have.
they can beat?
In the playoffs right now? Nobody.
You tripping.
Okay.
You don't think none of these teams on this list
That's
they can
crazy. But then again, you've been tripping all season.
I have.
So it's really no surprise.
beat? Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
you're not looking at
Like,
So this is what
I'm thinking about
You
everything
watching all
that's
these
been
other
going
niggas,
on
you
must
all
be watching
season.
these
But this is what you
and I'm
missing.
not finna buy into this last hype that motherfuckers is getting into because it's LeBron James.
nobody is going in any hype. We're not saying any hype. Listen to what we're saying though. You're saying as if we're giving an actual fact that they're going to beat them. That's not what we're saying. We saying no matter who Lakers play, this is why they saying Lakers is the most dangerous team right now. Because of who they have the potential to beat any team. You see what I'm saying? Now, granted, every team have a certain advantage over Lakers. They do have advantage over Lakers. Even though they in a position, because the position they in, they show that they've been greater. But Lakers, again, like you said, just came up. But think about the little short of time that they've come together to even get to this point. Think about this. They made themselves get in position where they could be in the playoffs. You never seen that before. What team have you ever seen that before? Where they switch up like that and then
they've won some of the most games from being in the deficit.
Y'all right.
But look at this. Look at this. You just said
they just have the potential. You see what I'm saying? Like they have the potential. If they lose, it's like it's no surprise. You see what I'm saying? Because we understand where they come from, the chemistry you're talking about. But I'm saying this is why I was trying to tell you how dangerous.
With that,
because I told you before what was happening, right?
yeah, you and him.
I told you because I said I seen something in their offense and everything that made me go, oh snap, they got it. And at the time I said it, they ain't really know each other yet. But you had 2 or 3 players that were gelling with one another.
Mm-hmm.
Even to the point where Reeves
Has become a starter.
had you understand what I'm saying?
I see what you saying.
So it's like you got to be able to look at the growth of a team, and that's why people make the argument about like with Michael Jordan in the scoring, saying he's a better scorer, because he got to like 4th in scoring in 13 years in a short amount of time. So it's like if he would have went 20, he probably would have had way more points at this time at 20
so if
years.
we would have had those guys earlier, it wouldn't be this type of conversation.
But let me say this. Let me say this too, bro. Let me say this too.
Yeah, you just in doubt and you don't want it. You tired of believing,
Man.
and being let down.
Right. What was you gonna say, Jay?
I was about to say that you said that I'm not buying this hype just because we got LeBron. Da 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 da. Nigga, how important is it to have a leader on your team?
Tremendously.
What leader on Memphis can compete with LeBron James? Not a one.
But see, that's the thing.
That's a difference. Like, basketball is a team sport, big time, and
Right.
people forget how much of a team sport it is.
Yeah.
Just because of how much an impact
That
one
one
person
person
can
has.
really have
Right.
on a game, especially a series. Now, who's gonna have a bigger impact on a series than LeBron James? Nigga
Who
don't
could
even.
pre- who could prepare?
Not
Who
too
could
many.
prepare their team? It's only one person in the playoffs that I feel like can prepare their team for anybody they match up with, and that's Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
I
why
agree.
I said not too
I
many.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? and I give Giannis that to an
Right,
extent.
right. Yeah, he
Sometimes
can
he
shake
get
for sure.
gassed
Yeah,
out, but
for sure.
he's definitely somebody that can like prepare his team to like go to war.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you have somebody like that, they always a threat.
Yes.
And again, we not even surprised if Memphis do what we all expecting.
Yeah.
But don't be surprised if,
If
Lakers
it's flipped.
If
'Cause
Lakers
it's
have to
such
play
a
them.
chess game. It's
Yeah,
so much thought
exactly
that goes
because
into
we
it.
playing mind
Just
games.
you got the
is
youth
a
and the
series.
movement.
Because matter of fact, Lakers did win because that's when LeBron started going off because he had to check what's her name from talking all that smack. Because he told that nigga, nah, that nigga talking, nah, I know what he talking. Nah, we ain't going to play them games. And he told him that. You know what I'm saying? What's the light-skinned dude name on Memphis?
Bang.
Bang.
Or
Bang.
you talking about Dylan?
No, it was
Dylan
Bane
Brooks,
this
it was
time.
Bane, yeah.
Bane, no, he was letting Bane know. And then LeBron started going down and dunking and
Yeah.
going in and getting in
He
beast mode.
was,
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like you dealing with somebody, you're dealing with a vet that understands the game. It is bearing down to the cast
Mm-hmm.
living up to going above and,
And
beyond.
that's my next point right there. Not only do we have that, not only do we have, if we can have, a healthy AD, but
That's gonna be
we
key.
got, you talking about the youth and the speed, the hustle of Memphis.
But Lakers got
What
speed
about
too.
Vanderbilt and AR-15? You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of cats that they get after it.
And
Just
guess
because
what?
these last 2 games with the 7th seed already cemented ain't been hustle central, don't mean them boys ain't got it.
But what got Lakers to this point?
Trusting each other.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, it is trusting each
I
other.
was to say.
But it ain't the number one thing on my
What's
list.
the number one?
Defense, my guy.
Oh yeah, of course.
My
Ham
guy.
is a defensive.
Defense.
Hey,
Defensive coach, and then the players that they got.
it's the
Our
players
defense
they
The way that
got.
they play
Three
defense, the
Ds.
length that they have. It's like,
And you know what, y'all? LeBron did the same thing in 2018. I just wanted to put a stamp on that because I didn't think they was gonna do it then. Nigga took them niggas out, but they took them all the way to the playoffs,
Came back from 3-1.
to the championship.
and nigga, look, I believe the nigga was, I was one of the few niggas saying they gonna come back from 3-1 when they was down 3-1.
No, everybody counted them out. 3-1 down, 3-1.
And I'm saying I was one of the few niggas that was like, they gonna do it. Somebody made me feel. I really said that shit. The year you talking about, I didn't think the nigga was going there. I was like, nah, bro.
He achieved a different level in 2018, bro.
I was like, oh no, he wildin'. Like,
And you think about that whole scenery when they was going back and forth, that was beautiful.
Niggas was like,
Basketball,
he
they was
getting
playing defense. You can tell they was out, man. Like they was going beyond what energy they really had, bro. 'Cause
Right.
they was missing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you gotta realize, like, that's
What's
why.
that? What's that East?
But
looking
that's
like?
respect for him. That's what I was about to say. Let's put some respect on these other teams and talk about them.
I mean,
for
I
real.
put respect
because
on them,
we
but like
do.
Unc said, I'm not getting my hopes.
No, the Lakers
too
deserve what the respect they get. historically the Lakers.
That's right, cause that's just like New Orleans. We got to worry about them because they
Yeah.
getting
I
back.
sure watched they game.
They getting back
last night.
Zion
They
though.
are.
I
And
hope
they've
he'll
been
come
learning
back.
how to play without him.
I hope he'll get it. I hope he'll get it.
Cause him,
And I mean,
he like a gorilla with a basketball.
look,
See, man, if
OKC ain't going far in my mind, but they be surprising the hell.
No,
out of me
let
with
me
the
tell
way
you,
they
see,
play,
and
bro.
that's what I was about to say. Cause
They
that
be
point guard,
tough.
I didn't know too much about him.
Where? Who?
For OKC.
I think you're
Oh,
talking about-
Shake, let's
he
come
said,
on now. Y'all didn't watch my guy over the U.S., over the world? Probably not. I'm a basketball junkie, so I was watching all of that. He was killing for Canada in the world class. He was killing for Canada.
That playing, the more I look at it, looks very interesting.
It
it's
is.
only
Because
one game,
Minnesota,
bro.
does Minnesota have all their players too?
Nope.
Who's injured?
Cat.
Cat's injured. They can do all right without him.
Yeah, hey, and Anthony
The man
Edwards.
actually been doing good.
Yeah,
Anthony been
Edwards
clowning.
is a Froby.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that probably works even better because you got people truly playing the position that they're supposed to play.
Yeah, because
Right.
when we look at the bottom part of the East, it ain't that fanatic, right? It's like
What is
Toronto and Chicago,
I want to see
or
that.
Miami or Atlanta.
I want to see that too.
I mean, I want to see it, but it ain't as
Because
much.
it's not. We don't really respect it.
No, it ain't about that. It's just they don't have enough attention over there like that for you to care that much. You don't feel the weight of
I ain't gonna lie though, that Miami
like the
game,
tension.
Like
I've been feeling
bro.
the tension lately.
Bro, Miami,
'Cause you
Atlanta?
done showed
No,
me
they
something.
gonna go
That's
at
gonna
it.
be- that's gonna
They
be
gonna go
nice.
at it. But Toronto and Chicago, I'm kind of like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
gonna watch it just for my boys.
That's the last one on my
Well, I'm
list.
gonna watch
and
it
it makes
'cause of
sense because they
home.
9 and 10.
I'm gonna watch it because of home. Because no matter who I'm rooting for, Chicago is always number one with me.
Yeah.
Always. I'm Chi-Town to the heart. I don't care. I'm just not gonna be talking crazy about them because they ain't doing nothing like that for me to be talking crazy. But look, I'm definitely gonna be rooting for
5
them.
years they ain't been doing nothing. Well, no, I can't say that.
No, you forgot about Derrick
D Rose,
Rose.
yeah, I can't say
It
that.
was a good
Don't
time.
disrespect my guy.
I'm sorry,
like that,
D Rose.
man.
I would never. We grew up
Sixers
down the street
and
from
Brooklyn. Brooklyn is surprising.
Brooklyn,
that they're
man.
even
What?
still-
How are they? Oh, they got Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, what are you talking
Oh,
about? No, they got a good pickup, and that's
They
what I
do.
was saying.
Yeah, it's
like,
not bad.
they
It's not
do.
bad.
it's just
But they
that.
not gonna have no shot against Philly.
Cause that boy. Look, when you know
You
what?
think, what you think?
I knew when that young man came on national TV talking about how he did KD. I was like,
How who
he
did
getting
KD?
traded. He was talking about on national TV, like on the press post. What's the name? He was telling them how he be killing. Like I beat KD. That's what he told everybody.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges.
Yes, he came out and said I beat KD. You know what I'm
The
saying?
same guy.
And then KD came out and you could tell the way he was looking like it was true a little bit to me. You know, you like looking down like
you know
he
what
said, no, that's a lie.
Facts, he was lying.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts, KD was
And then
lying.
you see that boy dropping, getting buckets. Like the next game, the boy dropped 30-some points. You know what I'm saying?
Now
Like
the
33
boy-
or something like that.
See,
The boy nasty, man.
So they're like, oh, we got our guy. You can go on. We
who
got
y'all
our
think gonna get MVP?
Jokic.
Don't do that again.
I think Embiid gonna get it.
I want Embiid to get. They
Y'all
better give it to
y'all
Embiid.
still trust the system?
No, but I'm
Y'all being
hoping.
optimistic?
I'm being optimistic.
Well, my sources been telling me a few things. I'm just.
Man, they should give it to Embiid.
You know what I'm
Don't.
saying?
You're talking about, like, now think about this. Y'all don't know about this probably. Do y'all remember when Shaq got robbed?
Yeah.
Nigga, do you remember when LeBron got robbed?
You remember when Kobe got robbed? Twice.
Look, that man just needed like 2 or 3 votes. And somebody was just like, oh, I'm going to give it to Allen Iverson.
2001.
Yeah, because he was like, he could have been the first one, but Steph did.
What? Oh,
When it was-
unanimous?
Yeah.
That's why he always saying that.
Yeah, he could have got it. He could have been the first one. They robbed Shaq of that.
They might get
They robbed him of that. So
Bro, they
what
better
I'm,
not get that man
what I'm,
for
what I'm,
SVPs,
this
bro.
is what y'all always got to remember, no matter what, when we looking at these sports. It's all about politics, and it's all about the branding and what they want to use
They
to
trying to be
brand.
international.
But they got an
Embiid is
opportunity.
international.
That's what I said.
But they got an opportunity for a white man
Incident.
once in a while to be historical.
Man, he did that already.
But I'm just saying though, that's
Twice.
just how it go, man.
I know it, but nah, man, fuck that.
This how it
You
go.
got niggas voting.
Hey, but you know,
And I
if
seen
we
a
choose,
couple-
it's gonna be Embiid.
My guy Brian Windhorst said he voting for Embiid.
Okay.
That's a white hope in there. That's a white hope vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we
I-
get some
it's a
more,
couple of white- it's a couple of more-
Adrian Wojnarowski.
man, but I don't want to make it racial,
To
man.
vote for Embiid.
I really don't want to make it
No,
racial
I
because they
don't-
both raw.
No, I don't.
It's just like
But you know, but look though,
it's
they,
Embiid's turn,
They ain't
bro.
had nobody. But I was just
if
saying,
we're talking politics, it's Embiid's turn for real. Like the nigga got
Mm.
2. Giannis, I think, got 2. Embiid been snubbed for at least 1 or 2 of them joints.
I think he been
so
robbed,
it's his turn.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He may not even deserve it this year. He might just need to get
Did
it
James
off the
Harden never
technicality.
get one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They gonna give him one probably, but not
Wait,
this year.
did they?
he need to. But and
James
his
Harden
injuries
did
and
get an
shit.
MVP.
I hope I'm wrong.
James Harden hasn't gotten an MVP.
He got the leading scorer joint. No, he got MVP, bro.
No, he didn't.
James
Mm.
got an MVP.
Let's see.
Bro.
I don't think so.
Yes,
bro.
he did, bro.
What year?
Bro, Russell Westbrook got an MVP.
Who got it in 17?
Shit, probably James Harden.
Was it 17? It was 17 for him, wasn't it?
It was
1996.
2018.
18. Okay, the following
18,
year. Okay,
yeah.
he do got one.
Westbrook, and then it was Harden.
I don't even remember James Harden's speech.
Giannis
bro.
2 years in
I
a
think
row.
he gave-
That nigga cried or some shit. Like I remember seeing both of their speeches.
If
Westbrook
anybody
and
getting
that boy
snubbed,
Harden.
it's
Bro, I tried
Lebanon
to slap the
James.
screen.
Lebanon James getting snubbed for his
Man, Bron
fifth
need to
MVP.
get at least one of them joints in year 21, 22 or something. You know what I'm
He
saying?
bet not.
Just for all the years he got snubbed. Like, he ain't even got to be the lead nothing. If the nigga is
What
playing
is the
half
MVP
as good,
now, bro? Because a lot of mugs be thinking. Because I say Kobe got snubbed because his stats was better than Nash's, but Nash was higher in the seeding, and you know what I'm saying, his team was doing better and all.
Talking
of that.
about when Shaq when they took it from Shaq.
No, when they took it from Kobe, the year after Shaq left.
bro, that just don't look right if they put
Mm-mm.
Jokic the third time, bro. Giannis,
The one after
Jokic.
It was after the year when he left.
It was a year right after he left because Nash won it,
Steve Nash was
or the
going
year
crazy
or the
that
year
time.
after that.
That boy was going crazy that year. 2004, 2005, Steve Nash was going crazy.
He was.
He was going hella crazy, bro.
Who?
I actually was. That was one of
Hey,
my
he
favorite
was
players
he
at
was
that
a
moment.
double double.
Steve Nash was one of my favorite
He
players.
was a
at
double
that moment.
double for real.
I know, but it's like Kobe was out here
But he was.
bringing
look at-
ferocity,
Now look at
That's
this.
another thing.
No, but hold on,
crazy
hold on.
shot making.
So let's look at it. Let's look at his
when
stats
you
though.
so used to seeing greatness performed by the same person, and he's already been awarded for his greatness, it's like you gonna be Kobe next year, the year after. But this new nigga,
Bro, he didn't even
Just
average over
shined all
20
of a sudden.
points
No,
when
he
he got there.
didn't.
no, he was averaging assists.
16, 16
Ele-
and 11. Or
What was his
16 and
assist?
11 and 10.
Snub, bro.
That's it.
That's snub, dog.
Wasn't he leading the league in assists that year?
Yeah.
That's another stat of leaders. You know, it's like points.
Kobe
is a-
was leading in points.
What's
But we was a
okay,
trash team.
okay.
But he had a
So
winning
if
team too.
every
He had a
shot-
winning team
was
too.
trash-
If every shot counted for 2 for every assist that the nigga did, that's 22 points on top of
You
his
see
team.
the ratio.
So he's averaging 30 points, 30 some points for
Team-wise.
his team every game.
Yeah, Kobe only averaging like 10 for his team.
And that's not including if some of them are
But
threes.
if he-
Right.
But I'm thinking if he's scoring,
'Cause that's points
if he
responsible
averaging,
for. Remember,
wasn't
points
that
responsible
the
for
year
is
when
the
he was
thing.
averaging over 30 points a game?
Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which
how many
year?
assists he had? Like 7
He was
assists?
he
Like
was
7 or
like
6?
Close to 5. It was like 4.6.
Which year?
Okay.
Because that was the year.
One of those years.
That was
I
the
don't
same
know.
year that they faced each other in the playoffs, and he threw the game.
Yeah, nigga, averaging a double-double is...
Kobe threw the game.
That's one of them
Well,
prerequisites.
majority of the
That's one
MVPs
of
had
the
a double double.
prerequisites. Yeah, that's one of the prerequisites.
That's why I was saying that.
Not Jordan.
No, but he'll have like rebounds and assists too to go
Yeah,
with his
Lace
stats.
like 6,
Bro,
8.
6 assists and 9 rebounds.
But averaging 30.
You might as well get a truck, but having 32
Hold
points
on,
though.
see, hold on.
This nigga was averaging steals too.
So
He was.
exactly.
And blocks.
And he was getting defensive player of the year and stuff like that.
See,
too.
he the only player that's ever done that
Nigga
though.
was nasty.
But I
Leave that
do
nigga
want to
alone.
mind you. I do want to mind you about that time though, where actually whatever he was averaging was the standard for shooting guards.
Nah, they
As
was
far
going
as
through.
whatever stat,
They was just scoring a lot.
Their scoring would
niggas
be
was
up. They
responsible
average
for
around
scoring.
6 assists.
That was a time
you know
when
what I'm
niggas were really
saying?
responsible for scoring.
Exactly. They were just our shooting our guard.
Yeah.
huh?
So that was actually excellent. The numbers we were seeing.
But as the
In the regard.
evolution of the game came,
Well, the only time you really seen somebody like had double doubles was like point guards or centers.
yeah.
Yep.
Great topic, guys.
But what's name is a stat filler though? Like what's name should be a stat filler,
Who?
a shooting guard.
Russell Westbrook is the only one that averaged 3 digits in double.
As an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Only nigga that should really be able to do that.
Elgin Baylor too.
Well, it might be him too.
See, that's why Yoke is getting the love that he gets, bro. It ain't even the white part. Like what you just said, and what you said with Russ, like for somebody to average that type of game, you know what I'm saying, is real important. This man got 8 assists, 7 assists, 13 rebounds, 10 rebounds, and averaging 25 plus.
Elgin Baylor.
Nikola Jokic, you know what I'm saying?
Jokic, yeah.
That's why that nigga, because it's like, if anybody was going to do it, you would think it would be a big man. You know what I'm saying? Because he's
sure.
got the position to get the rebounds, have possession, get an assist, and still put up those type of points. And when a nigga do it, because they really don't do it that often,
Bro, you right.
that's when it's like, okay, yeah, you need one. You know, and your team, the best team in the league, definitely getting the MVP. But that boy Embiid, if you look at them both on paper, it's like close. But if you look at them live, you like it's Embiid all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the NBA just cannot be honest with themselves.
And I feel like he was snubbed because Embiid came before Jokic.
But it's okay because he had so many pitfalls. You know what I'm saying? Where he didn't play so many games, he didn't do this and that. But
I'm saying right when he got healthy, the 2 years before before Jokic got drafted,
yeah,
those were some good years for Embiid.
yeah,
But then again, LeBron James was doing his
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
And everybody else, Steph Curry and all
Yeah,
those guys.
and it's been so much. But this is the perfect storm where the season has looked great for Embiid, and he hasn't been the talk of the town as far as being Mr. Injury and can't never get him on the court.
True.
It's the first time he's had that, and he's balling, and he's doing step backs like James Harden as a fucking 7'2" center.
Bars.
So it's like, bro, how y'all see that and not get that nigga nothing, bro?
That-
when he really in the
Kobe
running.
averaged 35 points that year when Steve Nash got it.
That's stupid.
How many assists?
Yeah, the assists ain't that much.
Yeah, like 4.
4.5,
And if his
like you
team
said.
wasn't
Yeah.
number one, then and they was facing them
That's what
in
it
the
is.
same conference.
It was
so
the team.
Higher up.
if
they-
you're not beating the dude in your conference too,
Yeah.
they team
not
doing better than
they like,
yours.
oh, Kobe, you getting points, but you can't beat him.
yeah, you keep getting beat by Steve Nash though.
But see, but that's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
His ass whooped by Roger.
So even with him doing that, I'm telling
That
you.
is getting used to the greatness too. Like I was saying, like they just like, man, you've been doing it. You already got your recognition. Let us give it to this new greatness that hasn't got recognition.
And that's what I'm trying to
'Cause
say.
that's
So
how
whenever
Bron-
they get somebody
Nigga,
that's
this whole, there's a couple of joints in between here was like, nigga, that should have been Bron. That should have been Bron. But it's all good. Like Westbrook and Harden. Harden was going crazy though. Harden, what was that Harden averaging that year, nigga?
Bro, didn't
30
LeBron win
points.
that mug like 3 years in a row?
Bro, that year that man put up like 50, 60 a couple of times, bro.
no, yeah, he did. Yeah, he was going stupid.
LeBron doesn't have a back-to-back MVP? Yes, he
Hell
do.
yeah,
Yeah, he got two,
He got two.
two times.
That's what I'm saying. So what? It missed 1 year, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Derrick Rose got it in between one
Yeah.
of them.
But no,
And then in the
One
times
of-
where Harden won, you was trying to win a ring. You ain't
I
care
think
about
I think
MVP
he the
no
only one that ever
still
did it
supposed
like
to get
that.
the-
more.
he was still supposed to get it, bro. He was the best nigga in the
You
league.
sound like a Kobe fan.
Bro, The nigga was the best nigga in the league, bro. It wasn't his fault.
That's not his fault.
It wasn't that nigga fault.
That's how I be sounding
man.
about Kobe, don't it?
You said who?
I said there was like 1 or 2 years after he had won them back-to-backs where he was still the best nigga in the league.
But I was like,
but
you
it was
can't-
just a rising star's turn to get the
exact. But
MVP.
they not gonna give that to him because he wasn't Jordan.
Yeah, they not trying
It's
to.
very
Well,
hard.
but they gon' you rarely see anybody
Somebody
get
get
it
an
3
MVP.
times, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
That's
It's like,
another thing. Jokic's not getting it the third time.
you know, I think he is, bro. It's
Bro,
Wow,
if-
they gonna put him up there with Mike.
With Magic.
3 MVPs.
nope. The only person that ever got it like that was Larry Bird.
This nigga Magic.
3
has-
MVPs.
Nigga Magic has 4.
No, I'm talking about in a row.
3.
In a row. We talking about in a row.
Year after year after year.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Larry Bird is the only one that's done it.
Don't do that, L.
I'm just bringing the obvious to the point.
Don't do that.
I'm just bringing the obvious. You see it, right? You just look at it. He don't want to accept it, but it's. I'm sorry.
Fuck that. Give it to the nigga from Africa, but he's speaking English.
But see,
man.
that's why when what's name came out and said, they was like, "Oh man, why you gonna go say that on national TV?" When Perkins was like, "Oh, y'all being racist,"
Mm-hmm.
but
He was right.
I mean, to a point. I mean, think about it though. We have been dominating the NBA for years.
Decades.
So anytime they could get anybody
They go
that's
find
in
him.
their skin,
They go
they're
find
gonna be
him.
rooting. But think about it. They've been screaming for somebody like that for years. You got to look at it on their
But we
end.
have them. They had them. Dirk.
You know what? They feel
Steve Nash.
they feel our oppression in the NBA. It's in vice versa. I'm telling you.
Man,
I'm
get
telling
that
you.
shit to
Stop
AR-15,
giving it to a token white
bro.
dude.
Hey
man.
man,
Get
hey,
that shit
Jokic's
to
doing his thing though.
AR-15, man.
His team number one.
The dude deserves to be
His
in the
team number
conversation,
one.
no matter what.
He giving you 27, 13, and 7
Probably
assists.
gave you more than that. That's last year's
And-
stats.
Only 7 assists.
And that that was last year. I'm tripping.
I
But-
was saying
but
only 7 assists. Come on now, man.
Almost
give me-
8.
can't give me 9?
7.9.
Can't give me 9.
But
Hey,
look,
let's see what his
he
stats
got better
is now.
players on this team
He does.
than what's the name?
He
though?
does. He does.
Let's go on strike if they
But
get that nigga.
they what's they got a better coach. Well,
Who?
I don't know about that.
Doc
I don't really
Rivers?
fuck with Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
He's a great coach now. But only because you coach the Celtics.
That nigga got a good coaching voice.
He need Popovich.
He got a good coaching voice.
That's who what's name need.
I want to see Doc Rivers do better. I want to see his teams do better, man. I am so tired of seeing Doc Rivers not go as far as I think he can go, man. And I don't think it's his fault altogether, but Doc this gotta be the year, man. This gotta be the year, Doc.
They almost went to the finals. I don't think that was with Doc though.
Nah, man, y'all got a surprise and shock, man. This gotta be the year. I know they talking in the front office like, we might have to bust this thing up if we don't.
I'm
get
talking
this
about for
together.
real. I'll bust it up.
Stop it.
James Harden going back to Houston.
But
For nothing.
but let's not stay on the NBA too long. I mean, I feel like we got through most of the teams for the playoffs.
Yeah, we did.
We did a nice.
I'm ready to
little
tune
thing,
in to
man.
that joint.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
But yeah, man, let's get on the serious tip, man.
The
Serious note,
tip.
serious key.
I'm gonna let the kingdom minded
Take the floor.
cats. Yeah.
Oh
Take the mic.
yeah.
Mic
So
check, 1,
what
2.
I want to talk about is my concern for the sons of what's the name of the platform again that the women are using?
Of OnlyFans.
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
The Suns like Phoenix Suns.
No, the sons, as in males.
Yes.
Or male offspring.
Just
the future
males?
of the future.
Hold on, let's stop.
Future
Let's stop.
kids.
Just the males or the daughters?
I just want to talk about sons right
Okay.
now. I was thinking about the sons because I'm like y'all know this, like when you were in school, you know how boys do it.
Right.
And one thing you don't want is something that people can use against you, and it being your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Or anything about your house.
Right.
Because you know kids are like really, really gruesome and do not care about anybody's feelings.
True.
And I'm just concerned about how they gonna be feeling, you know, when it gets out that they mama were out there like that. Because I'm telling you, y'all know this. Boys cannot stand looking at their mama with no other man.
No, they can't.
Besides somebody than their father.
Right.
And also, I'm just concerned, man. I'm really, really concerned about what that's going to be like in the future for these kids that are going to be like getting harassed by other kids because their mother, you know,
it's gonna be a normal thing.
For publicly like showing her body and stuff like that. You seen how like we had one example with a guy from Atlanta. He was talking about his mama and how he grew up in a crack house and all the stuff he seen growing up and how he messed up in his head.
Yeah.
What you talking about, Lil Scrappy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Well, but see, the thing about Lil Scrappy at that time, it wasn't as common. This time around, I feel like
I think it's gonna be common.
At a certain point in time, niggas gonna be like, "Ha, that's why your mama was only fan." Oh, you mean like your mama? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, like,
But
it's like having a Facebook account.
But I don't think those gonna be the ones that's gonna be talking like that though. It's gonna be the ones that whose mama didn't do it. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I say it's granted to all.
That's what I'm saying. For the sake of the joke, you saying there's going to be niggas who have mamas who didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it might not be true. Like, these hoes wildin'.
No, but we
you know
know
what I'm saying?
but we have a lot of women not doing it.
Nah,
We do.
for real.
Yeah, we have a lot of women not doing
We
it.
also have a lot of women doing it.
And
But what
salute
about-
and salute to the women that's not doing it.
But
you know
also,
what I mean?
no, there's tiers, though. There's tiers. There's women who are on OnlyFans doing the nasty. And then there's ones on the OnlyFans kind of doing the nasty, but not doing
But
it
we
with
only
no
talking
one
about
else.
the ones doing the nasty.
But it's like, if you're doing the nasty, that's one. Then there's some that's just showing themselves, that's not doing the nasties, that's just showing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's one, too, to be included.
Yeah.
And then you have some that aren't necessarily showing themselves, but they're showing themselves provocatively in a way that they don't usually show on their public platforms.
So you think
So
that we'll
there's-
get to a point to where there will be no concern at all because it's
I'm
the
not saying
norm.
we're going to get to a point. I'm saying we're there. Because you literally have each tier right now where a woman is looking at how women are making money off of just showing their bodies or taking pictures provocatively. And some are willing to go to the sex work level of it. Some are only willing to go to the pseudo sex work, stripper side of it. And then some are tricking themselves into believing that they're, centerfold models
Right.
in doing it. But they're all participating and they're all leaving
In the
images out
same
there in the
activity.
universe and the internet for the future to be able to see.
Right.
And their kids are going to see them in that light. And though there's different versions of it, the reason I bring up the different versions is that makes it more accessible and more acceptable to their culture, where there's more of them that you would typically think, well, she would never do that. She's like, well, I'm not doing that version of it. I'm
I
doing
just show
this
my
version of it. Yeah.
But that ain't gonna work because at the end of the day,
Hell no, it ain't gonna work.
we're talking about the son seeing it. So regardless, like you're saying, the way you're saying it is like the son is accepting it because
No.
we're talking about. But this shit, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
not about the son accepting it. The women don't care about what the son accepts or thinks about.
It don't matter.
But I'm
that
talking
don't
from the
matter.
perspective of you're thinking there's going to potentially be, and there will.
No,
I'm
no,
being
it's
facetious.
happening.
I'm being facetious.
Yeah.
You're thinking there will be a potential of women who don't do it. in the future, and they will have children who can be proud of that. I'm saying
no, I'm not saying that at all.
I'm saying that because of how acceptable it is to women right now, not about their kids, to how they're accepting it amongst each other, for those of them who wouldn't normally do it, to be like, oh, it's acceptable? I'll do at least this much. That makes it to where there's so many more of them than we would have normally thought actually participating in the act. To where I'm like, man, over time, if it continues to get less and less of a, whatever type of backlash that comes with it, eventually it may really be on some Facebook shit where almost every single one of them have some type of provocative pseudo something subscription thing that they're doing, and they've made it in their minds to where it's okay because I'm not showing my whole nipple. It's okay because I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, we got that now.
Your child shouldn't
That's
even be allowed to see that.
We got that now. But see, that's my whole point. That's like still, you bringing me back around to why I'm concerned. You see what I'm saying?
No, you should have the concern. It's just like...
But that's what I want to talk about. That's the whole point of the subject. I want to talk about the effect of that on the sons and what that's going to do in the future. Because what I'm saying is that this could lead to more suicidal rates going up. This can deal with more, you know what I'm saying, depression rates going up.
True.
You see what I'm saying? And we can have a society of more angry young men increasing as well, which means crime rate goes up. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
and I'm taking what you're saying right there. All of that stuff isn't like a could happen. All of that stuff is actually
it's happening right.
So, and what I just said is actually happening right now.
Right, exactly,
all of that
exactly.
stuff. But in the future, we have to calculate not only that part of what we're seeing right now, but what is the potential unforeseen, like we're thinking of, you know what I'm saying? What is the potential for real unforeseen effect of whether they actually have a percentage of women that don't do it, or there's an alternative reality where almost all children have to deal with the trauma of having seen their parents somewhat sexually, or having their parents somewhat sexually objective.
And that's what I want to talk about.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
If my joke is true, then we could go to a place where we really have to deal with the repercussions of how children see themselves, how they see each other, coming from that position of everybody's parents was doing this nut ass shit, and we can see it for ourselves, and we making fun of each other for it, or whatever the case is. But how numb do they become to the effect of that?
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
talking about the effects of that, and that child having that experience, whether he just went into it.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, what do y'all think? Like, what's going to be the effect of that? Because they're already experienced. Because I just had a little boy around the corner who was crying by the mailbox because he seen his mama.
Yeah.
Because here's what I'm saying. Like, boys didn't want to see, like, I've seen, like, some of my friends who had, like, mamas who were wild.
Yeah.
And how embarrassed they were.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying just with that, and this is just a mama dancing at a party and twerking with the other ladies. Because at the root of it, no boy wants to see his mama in that light. So I'm saying, when we have a society now where we have women that are willing to do that in the open, that's going to have an effect on the kids. And I want to point on the sons right now being affected by that. Because like I said recently, I just had a child crying that I had to attend to try to make him feel better. And I didn't really know what to say to that, because I don't know what that's like. My mama was a woman that was of class and covered herself, so I don't know what that's like. So he's trying to explain to me why he feel the way he do, and I don't have no words for him, because was not the norm.
Right.
So I'm saying now, with that becoming the norm, like you're saying, we have a major problem on our hands, because now, just like my guy in Atlanta that just had a big old outburst, and he was really coming from his heart about how hurt he was from everything he experienced. Imagine that being a multitude of men. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying in the long run, and that's outside of the fact of like dealing with drugs or dealing with any other issues. I'm just talking about
Just that injury, right?
just this one thing, because it's like I do think we got it now.
I think we're seeing it. I think the crazy matrix of this shit is that the people that we're seeing, the whole reason we have this topic, you know what I'm saying? The women that we seeing online, hell, the men that's out here online doing some of the shit that they doing, I think that is a direct repercussion of the prior generation before and the freaknik shit that was going on, you know what I'm saying? And this is it. Not only is it
right.
Not only is it what they're doing on camera,
now you
but
feel
it's
what I'm
how
saying.
people are, it's how men are treating women at this moment. It's how women are treating themselves and treating men at this very moment.
Now you see what I'm talking about.
That
it's
is
like,
it.
Because you're absolutely correct, because the freaknik and everything, we seeing the results of that, where sexual behavior is getting more extreme.
Exactly.
So now that we have this, what effect do we think that's going to have on the next generation? Now you see what I'm saying?
What effect did it have on the generation before?
Okay, they were doing sex on VCR tapes,
Okay,
right?
so
my
homemade
generation,
porn.
But think about it. Scrappy is just a little bit younger than me,
Yeah.
right? So he's the era of the crack house. He's the era of the whore house.
Late 80s, right?
You know what I'm saying?
That's worse.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
That's worse.
But think about it. His name Lil Scrappy. I'm pretty sure people probably he
he
had his
fight.
niggas like. See what I'm saying?
But
That's what I'm saying. Even with that, but it's even more crazier. I don't think it's worse. This is where it's worse today, because I can come with a clip and show everybody in the crowd, and I can hold that as like truth. Whereas, you know, a person may have seen it and then spread it the news on the street, and that was like more of a word of mouth thing.
Right.
Now we can say word of mouth has a bigger effect, but
bro, I'm thinking a young nigga with his mama in one of them houses done witness, been there live, you know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily watch, but you know what I'm saying? You know what's going on.
But that's what I'm saying. Some of these
there.
kids gonna
To
be
me, that's
catching their
damn near
mama
worse than-
doing it though. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I
Yeah.
catch the video of that, that's still the same experience. Like, I'm just seeing my mama doing something that
Man, I can't even
I don't
say
wanna
if
see
one's
it.
worse than the other. They both so bad. It's tough to say one's worse than the other.
It really
but
is.
it's like
It
that's what
really
I'm-
is. It really
And,
is.
and
It
on top
really
of
is.
that, like
It
when I
really
really
is.
think about this shit, see, I'm the type of nigga I really be like, is this the first time?
no.
Cause it ain't the first time.
It's the way
it
it's
ain't even
exposed.
the first time in
right,
this millennium.
Right.
It's more public.
Right.
That's all it is.
Because
That's all it is. More exposure
Yeah.
to it. That's
And
all.
with
But
that
at
being
the,
so-
but look, go back to the 12th century, 13th century.
I was about to say
11th
they've been
century.
doing it.
Your mama's a courtesan. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
She gotta go to work.
You know for a fact
But
she
once that
get
spreading
hired.
around,
You
Yes.
know for a fact your mama is working at a brothel with her titties out every day. You know what I'm saying? All the men know.
The little shad kids go
but
teach you.
I don't think they were
teach
spreading
you.
that out as much as it's getting spread it out today.
Bruh,
I
when
think it's
niggas
still the
started
same,
calling
bro.
niggas,
But y'all got
when niggas started using the term horsing, that was the first time niggas ever shot on a nigga for his mama
Bastard.
being a hoe. You
But-
horsing? You ever heard that shit?
but that stuff will only be within that one community. It wasn't going nationwide.
Bro, you
Depending on if she went nationwide.
No,
She
bro.
ain't going nationwide, though.
You
Not
know,
back then,
A
just
king
like
can
that.
call her up.
Think
It'd
about
be like,
no, you
I'm
think about
thinking
Kings.
about it.
Fucking no, Kings is too high. No.
Yeah, 'cause he
These
got
hoes-
concubines.
these
He ain't
hoes
dealing with no
fucking-
whores,
These hoes
yeah.
ain't fucking kings.
No,
No,
they got-
this ain't Drake shit getting
Soldiers.
leaked. This ain't Drake shit and all that shit getting
That's
leaked.
the difference too.
This is a regular courtesan in the whorehouse that everybody that from other cities and niggas that come through after war come through and they know. So niggas from town to town know about Betty titties.
Right.
They know about Betty. Oh, you Betty, son? Let me tell you about them titties. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas drinking ale and shit. I put my hands right through those titties. Niggas, da. You just sitting over there just like, man.
But
Bust the tape.
but that still don't compare to how it is today.
I'm just saying
The
from the
quickest of it, you right.
I'm just
It
saying
still
from the
don't
time-
compare. The
I'm just
amount, the
saying
way that
there's-
can spread out, and even go on public news, and now we have people with their own podcasts, and every time you turn on the phone now, it's on there. You know what I'm saying?
But niggas ain't spreading the niggas' mamas out on podcasts.
I mean, if niggas want to get crazy like that and do that, they would. And we talking about we talking about teenagers, nigga. If they really want to go in crazy,
the exposure is just it's a lot now.
But dog, like I say there's no going worse than where we at, honestly, because at the end of it, it's like what I see is the same. What I went all the way back there.
You don't think it gets worse?
Pick me out. When I went all the way back to the old days, then we come to the last 90s, 2000s generation. Then we come to here. You've got women at this point, which it just always turns into some type of a circle where it goes back around. You know what I'm saying? They're at this point in their liberation phase. We won't talk too crazy about it. But we've seen this before in history. Men are at a phase where we've just reached the cusp of being fed up with some of the stuff that's going on. Before, we was allowing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we still continue to. You know what I'm saying? But also, the way that we treat women has been very, wrong, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Imbalanced. Our principles have been lost. All of that stuff. Principles being lost, not knowing how to treat women, that's a direct result of some of the stuff you're talking about and what we got going on right now. I don't see that changing. I see that staying a thing. You know what I'm saying? I see this cycle that women go through remaining a thing. And when men get bullied over this particular thing, they've already gone to the furthest extent that they could possibly go in this lifetime. They've got to the point where young niggas are walking around with guns. Some of them are killing themselves. Others are killing other niggas simply because he made me so mad. I feel like I could kill that nigga.
Right.
It don't go no further than that. It's at its worst. It's bad. Niggas you know what I'm saying?
I got some news for you. There's a prophecy that says there's going to be an evil never seen before. So what I'm telling you in so many words is that it's going to get worse.
So then there's no answer to this conversation then.
Because yes, there is.
This is why I say, because if it leads to an evil never seen before, how could you articulate that?
You could let people know that this, for the ones that are called to the light, you keep preaching what is good for those that are called. Because not everybody's going to walk in that same path. Hold on.
Misunderstanding what I was saying.
I'm not misunderstanding.
Okay,
I'm trying to get you to understand what I'm saying. Because again, with this topic, we are talking about the effects of something that is going on. You're trying to say this is nothing new. I'm letting you know it is new in the sense of the exposure.
Right.
And again, when I was sitting there with that child, that was something that we couldn't really explain to that child because that was something new.
Of the exposure.
So what I'm saying in so many words is that even when you're thinking that, okay, well, if it's going to get worse, then it's inevitable. Then we don't do anything. No, we continue with trying to find a solution.
Absolutely.
On trying to turn that around. You see what I'm saying? Or even try to help that child in some type of way. So what I'm saying in so many words is that it's going to be a major effect on those children at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah.
We just got to start having this conversation now so that whenever there's something, truth is being spoken within the matter of what's going on, people could begin to start to think, and then there could be light that can come to that area. Now, things will get worse and stuff like that, but there are a lot of people that are called. There are a lot of people called to heaven. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to keep having these conversations because there's always hope. There's always hope, and we don't want to ever give up on speaking on truths on situations like that so that we can find healing.
Thanks for clearing that up, because I never said anything about do nothing, change nothing. Everything's fine.
Well, you tried to debunk what I said.
No, the debunking came from, and before we even get to that comeback, like I said, I never said any of that stuff, because just because it's as bad as it can get does not mean there's things that are yet to be done to make it better. Just because it's bad doesn't mean you just let it be bad. You still do things to try to make it better. You still try to make changes. You don't let it go on like it is. That's not the case. And that's not for you. That's for the camera. Because if that wasn't clear for you, since you had to, you know what I'm saying, I need to make sure that they have that clear. Mm-hmm. Now, on the second part of it is, like I said, you weren't answering what I was saying when I said that if the question is, what's going to be the effect on these children? Mm-hmm. And my answer is wrong in terms of it's already where it's going to go. Then the reason I'm wrong is because we have not yet seen the evil that will come from it. If that's the case, you can't, just like you can't articulate the face of God, you can't articulate the evil that you've not yet seen. So when you want the answer to the question of where will this go for them, it cannot be articulated if it's truly an evil that cannot be seen. That's all I was saying at that moment.
So why say it to rebut what I'm saying?
I wasn't saying it to rebut what you were saying.
You did.
When you said that you said it's gonna be this is what I'm saying. It's gonna be an evil that cannot be seen. When I was saying that, because I had just said,
and you said why?
But look, I had just said that it's just as bad as it's going to be, right? Mm-hmm. You said it's going to be an evil that has not been seen. So if I'm rebutting it, mm-hmm. my rebut is there's no articulation for that. There's no articulation for evil that's not yet seen, so I can't answer that.
But you can articulate it with wisdom.
So that's what I'm saying. Instead of articulating, which what you did in response to that was articulating almost the solution or what we can do to help make a change or an impact on that, which is great. That's a totally separate question. What can we do to change it? What can we do to positively affect the future for these kids? That's a totally separate question of which we can come up with some answers and solutions to. Mm-hmm. But the question of what evil will come of it there is no answer to if it's an evil that we've not yet seen.
Well, we don't know. We don't know the way of which it's going to be expressed, but it's going to be always within the forms of whatever increase.
So my point is, on that note, what is the worst? If it's not at its worst, what is that going to look like? If it can be articulated.
It can lead to a lot of things. It can
lead to suicide. I'm trying, but that's already here.
I'm saying increase. That's why I keep trying to tell them, man.
Then say that. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I did already. I explained that. And you rebutted it.
He said suicide increase.
I said a lot of things. You said, but the whole point that I'm saying though, that's what I'm saying.
But hold on, so basically, if that's your rebut is after I say that it's as worse as it's gonna get because it includes every stat that you just said, and you say the stats are gonna get worse. Okay, I accept that. You know
okay,
I accept that because at that point we're talking about the exact same thing. You're just talking about.
That's why I was trying to find out why you rebutted it. That's my whole point.
Because when I said what I said, you didn't just rebut what you said. You said it's going to be an evil you've never seen before.
Because you're trying to say it's something that has happened before in the sense just because people were doing it in history. But when you were making that point, I was trying to show you how it has gotten worse since then. That's why we have the type of structure that we have in the community today that was not seen back then.
Okay, so then you were misunderstanding why I brought up history in the first place. I wasn't necessarily bringing it up in the sense to justify and say that, well, it happened then, we're dealing with the same repercussions that were happening then, because the repercussions were definitely different at that point. But just to see in comparison how it happened then, what the repercussions were there. The repercussions there, which I didn't articulate, that's my fault, is niggas was getting stabbed and killed with swords.
Okay, and that's what I was talking about. Murder rate going up.
You know what I'm saying?
And I said that.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I brought that up to say the results were very similar in those times, albeit different. Not guns, swords, no internet.
And that's why I said the expression would be
because
different.
they didn't have the internet.
Right.
But nigga, if the whole city knew that your mama was fucking back then, nigga, the whole city was the world to niggas.
And
You know what I'm saying?
within that
It's like it's
vicinity.
not one for one. I get it, but just trying to take that evidence and bring it over here, I'm like, we're seeing the exact same pattern. Yes, it's on a different scale because you have the internet. True, so you see more niggas. We're aware of more niggas. There may have been a similar number of niggas in different places we just didn't know about because it's not like niggas in their community didn't know their mama was fucking so and so. You know what I'm saying? So you have that aspect to it, but like I say, not to negate anything that you were saying. I just brought that history aspect in a preface, which I say my mistake for not being deeper on that, but to say, hey, that happened then. These were the results then.
Mm-hmm.
These were the results in 90s, 2000s. You know what I'm saying? This is some of the repercussions right now that we living of because of those. And so what I foresee based off of that history is basically the exact same thing. Like when I say get worse, niggas was killing niggas back then over that shit and killing themselves. Niggas is killing each other now over shit like that. And there's mental health issues, not just with themselves, and it's been like that. Like you think about the Caesars and the Knights or whoever's that they never treated their women properly because they never knew how to treat a woman because they watched their moms get mistreated their entire lives, being in a brothel house or being a hoe doing this or doing that. To the 80s where motherfuckers was watching their mamas be on drugs and damn near knowing that they were sucking dick because they was saying it right then. I'll suck your dick for something. You sitting right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, yes, niggas can show it to niggas on the internet, but man, that particular trauma is so very similar and it's so bad that it's like, is there a worse than -3? You know what I'm saying? Like, the logical answer is obviously the numbers go infinite. But damn it, -3 and 0 is already so bad. It's hard to just say how much worse it's gonna get, or it is this much worse, or what. You know, the only thing you really can say is the intensity.
I don't think it's hard to say. I don't think it's hard to say.
That shit is crazy.
I don't think it's hard to say because when you lived as long as I lived and you seen different times and you seen it change, you can see the growth of what's going on and the speed that it's going at. And that's why I have a concern about it, because it's like, it's at a faster rate like never before. You know what I'm saying? The numbers showing that's what the case is. You know what I'm saying? For what I have looked up. And I'm just concerned about them, man.
Can we also put that in perspective of the level of, because I mean I can't say class as far as like poor, middle, because we know some high class hoes out here.
Yeah.
There's high class hoes.
Yeah, so I'm just talking about, like us, like in general, period, where they.
Cause see, when you said the little kid, I was like, well, we poor, so.
But still, though, yeah, and even the
that's
kids
why I was
in
like,
the
I
good
can't really
neighborhood.
put it in those parameters.
Yeah, because like you said, it's gonna revert back to what he was just saying. You know, the anger and everything, and that's what I'm saying though, because it's gonna affect them in a way, and I'm just like, I don't know what that's gonna turn into. So I'm just concerned about them, and I really just have a prayer out, you know, for those children now. That they find healing, you know what I'm saying, now. I don't know how God gonna do it. I don't know. I really don't know. All I could do is just like talk about it, and hopefully somebody out there that's smart enough to come up with something.
Comes up with something.
Yeah, maybe my guy that was having that outburst, maybe he can teach us how to, you know what I'm saying, deal with that.
Yeah.
Little Scrappy himself, you know, because he's experienced it. So it's just something that really need to be talked about for real. Because
I ain't even asked.
At the end of the day, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I'm just tired of seeing it with our people.
Mm-hmm.
really, I care about it with all people though. White, Chinese, it don't matter. You know, when it comes to your behavior and character in public, we do got to be concerned, be aware of how this affects our kids and all that type of stuff, you know, so that we just don't put them in hostile situations as much as possible as we can avoid it. That's all. That's all it's bearing down to. I just want to see young men be the kings that they supposed to be.
For sure.
That's what I want to see.
For
and
sure.
I know, even with what I just said about the world getting worse and everything, I want to talk about it so that the ones that hear it, they can know that somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Is there,
Because when you don't have nobody to care about what you're going through, bro, that's
Right.
even worse.
that's even worse.
Yeah, and that's what
Something you
that's
never
what I'm
see.
concerned about. And I just, you know what I'm saying, want to send this message to let people know that, you know, people like us, we do care.
Right.
We do care about these type of situations, you know. That's it. That's it.
That's real.
Yeah, man, because seeing that little man cry, man, that broke my heart, man.
Buy that kid a Happy Meal.
Yeah, man. I've had and you know what? It reminded me of a situation. It was a lady I was interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to go meet her, she had a son, of course. And he was really, really protective for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he had said something crazy. And the mama was, you know, boy, you know, I said, no. Leave him alone. He doing what he's supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I understood what it was like being him. And you know, whenever a father is missing out of a house, you automatically
Take on that role.
you see what I'm
Naturally.
saying? So I'm thinking about that son who really, really loves his mother and is protective over his mama, and then happened to see that and have to deal with that on the inside. Man, like that just do something to me now. Like, God dang, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? So that's all it is, really. At the end of the day, is that I'm just hoping to get better, man. I really do. I just hope that women.
I was about to say, because that's what I was going to take.
Well, they trying to be considerate because a lot of women. Well, I don't want to try to justify the means, but
right.
we do in some cases. Maybe for the ones that are in this situation, you know. But they could choose other ways to make money at the same time, you know. But it's their prerogative at the same time. But it's like once you put it out in the public, is it really your prerogative?
Is it really in the public if it's behind
I
a
know
subscription?
women out here. Is it who?
Is it in the public when it's behind a subscription?
I say in the way they do their marketing.
True enough.
No, there's some out here marketing. There's some out here wild.
Because you got a point, you got a really, really good point there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because they are trying to keep it private? I give them that. They are trying to like seclude it to a community.
They're not supposed to get a hold of them videos that easy.
You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is too, yeah, do your thing. It is the problem though when you put it out to where kids can see it. That's why I think it just becomes a problem.
Let's think about this. What about them VHS tapes that's sitting around? The young man actually popped in
them men
and
were hurt.
seen. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't none of his business. That wasn't he shouldn't have never touched that tape.
Hey, man.
He should have read. Matter of fact, I told you don't never touch none of the tapes over there unless I'm here. And I put that tape up there, all the way up there, so you can reach it. And you went up there and got
you
it.
think that justifies the action?
I mean, first of all, I'm not talking about OnlyFans right now. Even though it's so very close,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? However, because it's on the internet, like say you did follow the rules and you tried to prevent it from being leaked and seen and you wasn't marketing it that way and somehow it got there. At that point it's classified in the same situation as what I'm talking about. But at that point, in that situation that I'm talking about, if I'm making a video with me and my wife or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying, for me to be able to enjoy later, that's why we have labels, that's why we have this and that. That's not for him to see. He's been told that, you know what I'm saying? I've put it in every position for him not to come across
That's a
that.
very good perspective.
It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's not wrong. That
you know
particular
what I mean?
situation, yeah.
And so if there's an equivalent position for the OnlyFans situation, then I have to look at it somewhat from that lens, because that's none of them kids. You know what I'm saying? None of them kids should have access to any of that, to be able to do any of that.
But
You
see
know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying.
And
Because
that-
most of they clientele is kids. That's the whole thing about it.
That's wild.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But see, that there
I know.
is an internet issue as well. Like,
Yeah,
internet
because the kids can
censorship.
go in there and act like they 18.
Yeah,
it ain't their
bruh.
fault at that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying though.
Because
It's like,
adults
it's crazy.
being adults, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
For the sake of themselves, and even, sex workers, because there are people who have been children of sex workers, you know what I'm saying? People who have been children of porn stars, and we do have evidence of some of their issues and woes, you know what I'm saying? Those children, you know what I mean? So it's not to say that there aren't any issues that exist, but it's like there's a lot of things that have been put in position to try and prevent stuff like that from happening. You know what I'm saying? And for good reason, for the exact same reason that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And there should be much stricter guidelines and all types of shit around that, because, like, it is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of this shit is wrong from a religious standpoint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're not looking at it from a religious standpoint, and it's isolated, and kids aren't supposed to have access to
They
it,
don't. They
you know
don't.
what I'm saying? Then I can't necessarily fault them for that. But on the flip hand, there's marketing going crazy. And them free advertising videos does not fall under the jurisdiction of protection.
Man, I'm
at
trying
all.
to tell you,
know
bro.
what I'm saying?
I'm trying
And
to
that
tell
shit is
you.
tacky, hoochie, and all other type of words the motherfuckers use.
Because
Like-
anytime I could just go on Facebook and just right at my top, it's
Nigga, for you as a mama,
I was
to
just
be
about
so
to go to that
thirsty,
right
to be
there.
so thirsty
As a
to get
mother-
the bread from sex work, that you've advertised your body in such a way to where your kid's algorithm could pop your body up on his page or one of his friends' page. That's sick, and you know it.
And you know it.
Like, that's sick, and you know it. Like, there's no debating that.
Like
You know
if
what I'm
you
saying?
doing it and then you have a baby, like, in my opinion, you should stop. Like, find something else. I know McDonald's ain't hiring, but they ain't do something else.
But yeah, but whether you
when
tell that
McDonald's
woman that has
isn't
lost
hiring,
everything,
it's tough to say don't
See, then
do that.
then you go to an emotional state in that point, and I don't have no control over that. But in the sense of motherhood, because I know
in the
female
sense
who
of
was on-
motherhood.
and I know a female who was on OnlyFans and she was going crazy.
Yeah.
Had a baby, deleted the whole account.
Yeah.
See, I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I understand you were single, you doing your thing, motherhood gets
But she
into
real,
it.
but she
You have morals.
and that's love to me because she was willing, you know what I'm saying, to let that go for the sake of her child. Because
Right.
she understood. She had enough wisdom to know I can't do this because I have a child now, and I don't want this to reflect on him. You see
So
what I'm
then
saying?
now we getting into the wisdom part of women. See,
and that's what I'm
then
saying.
you get into that.
And that's why I was bringing up what I'm bringing too. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real, no,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah,
It's a lot of wisdom required.
you doing
in those
anything to make a
decisions.
dollar?
Whichever way that you make it.
Hey man, I've been at the bottom, man,
it's-
and
No,
it's like
I understand.
It's
yeah,
tough.
it's tough, dog. It's tough. You know
and
what I'm saying?
when you,
And you really got to be understanding.
let's talk about it. As a nigga, I'm a changed man in life. So I won't say that this is how I am now.
I got it.
But nigga, you know what I'm saying? But at my lowest, if you would have told me, hey nigga, your rent, your car, your kid, your belly, everything, full, paid, taken care of. Just give this bitch some dick. And this one too. Maybe this one on Thursdays.
Maybe this one on the other
And maybe
side.
this one on Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? At another, I ain't never did this. You know what I'm saying?
He keep reiterating, bro. We gonna talk about
I
this
ain't
on
never
camera.
did this, but Nick, I can see that being a pretty sweet deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, in that aspect, I'm going to go double morals. I'm going to go double standards. I'm going to say men can do that, and women shouldn't. We ain't got emotions for sex.
I don't think it justifies our actions.
It doesn't. I just want to get a double standard in there. One for the men.
If we gonna call them the righteousness, we gotta be a righteousness.
True enough.
Yeah, straight up.
True enough. It was only for comic relief, people.
Real talk, yeah, because we want our women healed too.
Yeah.
We want them to not have to feel like they have to do that.
Right. That's my biggest thing.
And that's what he was saying. That's part of what he was saying too.
Okay.
Is that, you know, hey, because of how we've been doing what we've been doing too, you know, we have caused our women to behave in a certain way, but they wanted to get up out the house as well. They got tired of being in the house. Real talk.
We weren't giving them enough leeway to let them really try to explore other than their body.
Oh no, they was doing some exploring.
I mean, they was throughout like the war and stuff, but then we put clamps right back on it with the voting and all that extra. So
Yeah.
it's like the more and more you try to keep an eagle in the cage, the more and more they're gonna want to fly away.
Well, I heard through the grapevine, I don't know how true it is, but I heard that was planned too, to get women out the house.
I believe it.
Well, I read a book. I ain't gonna say I heard it through the grapevine. I actually read a book. And as a matter of fact, this book talked about COVID and everything too.
Goodness.
And this book was wrote back in the days.
In the 50s.
And it talked about how when this disease come, it was just gonna disappear and all that type of stuff. Anyway, it talked about how they was trying to break down the family structure. That was one of their first plans. In what would it say? Corruption before order. Is that the phrase?
You said corruption before order? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's deep, man.
And this is what year? What decade was this?
This is the 50s. 50s
That
and
they
40s.
instituted that?
Instituted getting the women to start working and stuff. That's when you see that poster with the woman flexing the muscle.
That's in the 30s.
That was the campaign.
No.
It was
that
World
old.
War II. When was that?
40s, 50s.
40s, 50s. Okay, I was right the first
But,
Yeah.
but, and your point of them making that propaganda was specifically
To break down the
break
house.
down?
Yeah, to get women to want to start getting in more male roles.
Okay,
and they kind of promoted that.
So I'm not sure if it was necessarily. It was planned, but I can't say that the outcome was predicted to be the destruction of families, because I'm familiar with what you're talking about. That moment in time is the war time, you know what I'm saying? So really, you had a lot of men at that time. Women wasn't fighting in the war,
Right,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Men was just fighting in the war, and during a war, especially that war, we needed manufacturers at home.
That was the marketing.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
when they was helping in the war, they was doing nursing. They just weren't doing the manufacturing, like you said.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. And so in order to get them to accept having those jobs so that we could be more productive as a country during the war, we started using propaganda to get women to change from being in the house and nursing to
Yeah, they talk about all that.
to being
That was
in
part
the
of the-
military.
that was part of the
Not in the
propaganda.
military, but working to make bullets.
Do you
and
know
guns
what
and shit.
happened? I'm going to let you finish your statement first.
But the natural effect of that, you know what I'm saying, like whether it was a planned outcome or not, because like with it, if it's not a planned outcome, then you're believing that women are going to go back into their, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
rightful, whatever we called rightful at that moment, positions when the men come back from war, and things are going to be back in order like we want them to be.
Right.
But
Nope. Didn't happen.
But that's what I'm saying. But if it's planned, for a fact they're gonna come back and families are not going to work like they used
Exactly.
No,
right
but
there.
that's what they wanted.
That's what they wanted.
Man,
The
they
divorce
were
rate
just
was
using the
crazy
war
after
as
bro.
I thought this is my thinking. I don't think niggas went to war, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of destroying American families. And then, you know what I'm saying, all the propaganda and all of that went down further. I think all the political science things that led up to that war led to that war separately. And then, of course, the woman thing happened as an unintended effect because of how long they ended up being at the war and what all they ended up needing for the war. And then what happened after the fact wasn't necessarily intended, but they capitalized off of it.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
But I'm telling you.
Because if it happened that way, it's still easy to draw the lines and say it was a conspiracy that was planned long before it happened, even if it really wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think it was
the results are still the results.
I don't consider it a conspiracy because everything that was written happened.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. The results are still the results. Like if it happened the way that I said it and it was unintended and they just used that and capitalized off of it, you know, say, oh well, since we're looking at the demographics and finding out divorces are happening and women are working here more even after the war, let's do this and just juice it, as opposed to prior to all of it happening.
Did you read the book I gave you?
Which one?
Nah, that's why you saying what you saying.
Which one?
I gave you the info. I can't remember the name of the title. I'm sorry, but one of the books I gave you goes into detail of what everything they were trying to plan. And that's one perspective of somebody that was on the inside that was letting us know what they planned. So what I'm saying in so many words, we can speculate on that, but
because there was a plan, like what I feel like was in, I don't know if the women part was in the book, maybe it was, but I feel like the entire first 2 world wars was a part of a plan. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
But that's global domination, new world order, the establishing dominance of the dollar, becoming a reserve currency, and you know what I'm saying, becoming a military power, shit like that. I just didn't think that before they got to any of that, they was like, all right, how are we gonna break up homes and get women to stop being housewives? Now let's start World War II. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I feel like the whole propaganda and all that isn't a result of the war. The war is a result of them wanting to break up the families. Am I wrong in that assumption is what you meant?
You hitting the nail, but not exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not wrong in the sense of like, because I understand what you're saying as far as like the approach they were making.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the results. What I'm telling you is, based on the information that I've read, that was strategized. Even the results were strategized. Like that was the plan to make that happen. Even with the war, was all within a plan of them getting the power that they were trying to get. So it's like they have a certain belief system. They believe in God and things like this. And we need to get them away from that type of belief. Because as long as they're believing like that and the family is strong, it's going to be hard to get them to start acting in this certain behavior that we have today. So we have to start breaking down the family home. And we can find out different ways in which we can do that. So yes, the war was used as a marketing strategy to get the woman out the house. And in showing her a good deed and doing and helping with the war, she will be willing to do it. But that was strategized. You see what I'm saying? That is the strategy. And the way that it was marketed and the reason why they got them to come out of the house was part of the plan. That is the plan, was to get them out. And think about how they're promoting women today. They're doing that so we can start getting accepted into the idea of having a woman president. We haven't had a woman president yet.
Never.
So they was trying to do that with Hillary, but everything went down the way they did with her. See, everything is strategized. I think when Trump came, he did kind of disrupt a couple of things
around the world for centuries.
But we never had a woman president.
But that's baby shit. Like
not
America.
But not for what they're trying to do.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like for them, it means everything. You know what I'm saying? For like us, like, okay, we could accept a woman president, bring her on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You bring the right one,
like,
yeah.
why do they have to
Oprah.
Like you had women still living in the house in Europe, being housewives, and you had a Queen of England. Why would they have to do World War II in order to we going to war with Germany so that we can get the women at home to stop working at the house?
Who's the
so
most
that
influential?
you know what I'm saying, in the future we can start to maybe that's too far
Jay.
for them in the future to do that, for them to be able to have a woman president. Like maybe that's too far of a connection.
But now with the way you was coming with it,
Yeah.
I think now what you saying is even in that plan with the outcome of that,
Yeah.
I think that type of stuff came up, and then they came up with new strategies because within time we started. If you notice, we become intelligent, then they try to knock us back down. And if we become intelligent, then they knock us back down. So I feel like you are right in the sense of like they finding out different strategies when they trying to do this one thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you in the sense of that particular.
Because this is what I can really see though. Like, because we had the type of thinking you talking about they was definitely on that type of thinking prior to that, because in 1880 something you got Reconstruction going on, and they're already trying to find ways through politics and you know what I'm saying, to back us out from having power and going into the stuff. So they've been strategizing and using economics and politics in order to consolidate power and move it and, you know, change the demographics of, you know, who they have inside of their constituency. But when it comes to the women, I think that may be an extension of what they was doing against niggas. You know what I'm saying? However, I think that was a totally separate agenda that happened to merge into the other agenda that was already set for global economic financial dominance in terms of the wars. Like, I can't accept that the wars in themselves were solely anywhere about that agenda, but that those agendas both existed separately.
We didn't say it was about that agenda. So I think that's where you get me wrong.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying it's about that agenda.
Yeah.
No, the thing is
It just
dominant.
so happened
the thing
to
is
cross
dominance,
paths
and that's
in
what I
it.
was saying.
Yeah.
I was saying their plan is dominance, but in their plan to try to have total dominance. Because think about it.
Yeah, it's a layer.
Right,
that goes
exactly,
into it,
and that's what I was
definitely.
saying.
Yeah.
It's just
it
part
happened
of
to
the plan.
coincide with the war, and that's all I was trying to make the point of. Like, it happened to coincide with the war, but don't y'all get confused in thinking that the war was there solely for that, because it makes it seem like the world and the government was trying so hard to get women out the house because women just have to be in the house. You know what I'm saying? And we did it so much so that we started World War II. You know what I'm saying? To get women out of the house, and you know what I'm saying, break up the families.
You gotta look at it like this. So,
but it makes
so they came, right? Okay, so let's just think about 1933. They came, war came, we started running out of money. We needed more money. The same people that we got the money from that financed us, financed the other people as well.
Right.
That we are in war with.
Right.
They do that. And by them doing this, they gained all of our financial power. That's how the Federal Reserve came into play. It was through the acts of war. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, it's part of the plan. Not the war is caused because women need to come out of the house.
We got to clear it up. We got to clear it up.
But just the fact that it was strategically done and part of the plan.
That it was used.
Yeah, exactly. That's all we saying. Yeah. And they, you know, like they said, they wanted to get us away from the family structure because they understand how powerful that is.
True.
It is. It
Super
really
powerful.
is.
It is.
I mean, look, but for women out there, this isn't me.
And they under attack.
This isn't
and they
me.
are under
This is
attack
not me
too.
personally saying that you should be in the house all day.
No.
And that's your rightful place. That's not what is being said at all at this moment. Because real women in the day it was not just in the house. It was everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, that scripture's talking about women like that. Say she considered the field. You know,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all, look, I can tell you this because I happen to have been a rare witness of one of these types of women. And she was my grandmother, who lived on the farm with my grandfather. And she had the house clean, and, you know, she would cook and all of that. And trust me, they was both working stupid hard.
Sun up to sundown.
You think she had a lot to do? That man had a lot to do waking up at 4:35 a.m.
That's
being
right.
up 3-4 hours before she was even up out there on the fields tending to that joint.
That's right.
Till 7 p.m. sun going back down.
Shout out to Melvin.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Uncle
So
Melvin.
it ain't no you just got all this, but it wasn't that. And on top of that, she was going out and she was tending to her garden that she took pride in. You know what I'm saying? She took pride in even having another job to help. Yep. You know what I'm saying? She worked for UPS. So, so all the shit that she did, I can't never take none of the bogus ass excuses I'm hearing from y'all. Because I got to see it firsthand for real. And it wasn't no, well, how come you get to do this? They was both putting that shit to work and putting it together.
Yeah, and like you said, yeah, that's what we're saying. Shout out to the women that are becoming scientists and breaking barriers and doing real things in the community. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're looking for. We want to see our women in positive positions. You know what I'm saying? And just doing things the way it's supposed to be done. That go for the men too, but right now we just speaking to the women. That's all. We love y'all.
Yeah,
we need y'all. We need y'all more than anything. Real talk.
And with that, we may as well go ahead and
wrap it up.
You know what I'm saying? Because that was good.
That was real good. When I came down.
It looked like I'm all right.
It looked like I'm all right, bro. That never fails.